blend.
Were you just dying? Were you just looking, going?
I had the ick.
But did you say to him, what are you doing?
No, because
And then the camera comes in from the top and looks at this soup, and all my kids are like, oh my God, Mum,
Oh, no.
you can do that in your sleep. It's so embarrassing.
he was very taken by me.
Oh, of course he was. Oh my God.
I was at home with Krissy, Victoria and Nicole.
Wait, Sydney Summer?
Sydney Summer.
Hi, I'm Nicole O'Neill.
I'm Krissy Marsh.
And I'm Victoria Montano. And welcome to At Home with Krissy, Victoria, and we won't forget Nicole.
And this week the topic of this week is brunch.
Bottomless.
No,
I've got no undies
the topic
on.
of this week is brunch and bottomless mimosas. Because
Have you got
nothing
undies on?
says Sydney summer like a long, lazy brunch on a Sunday morning. Now, we've made it super easy for you to get as much of this done the night before, so you get your Sunday morning sleep in and you can still entertain.
Oh, I like that idea.
So a lot of this can be prepped the night before, super easy. We're doing a spinach ricotta frittata. We are doing granola cups with fresh berries, and we are doing ham and cheese croissants.
Okay, with the bottomless mimosas, do I have to be bottomless when I'm pouring them?
You do.
Okay.
You do. Take them
Wait
off.
one second.
She actually would take
I'm not going to put orange juice in my Nicole. That's just wasting my
I
champagne.
want orange
but I'm
juice.
happy to make you a
I'd like-
mimosa.
I want a
And we wanted
mimosa.
to, we want our guests to be able to last the day. This is brunch.
Yes, well, I'm going to put a
Yeah.
strawberry in mine
Okay,
and
great.
just
Krissy.
do it.
So you go with that, Victoria. You start
gonna crack the
cracking
eggs.
the eggs, and I'm going to start frying the onions.
All right.
For the frittata.
Perfect. Now, I
I'm
like my...
very fancy when I crack eggs. One hand.
Oh, don't tell me you do one-handed. You do everything perfectly. I'm sick of it.
I didn't
I
do
need
it.
you
I
to
did-
start like putting eggshells and
olive
stuff
oil.
and really stuffing up somehow.
How many? All of them, Nick?
All of them, please.
So I like to do with the frittata in terms of quantities. I like to work on about 2.5 to 3 eggs per person, depending on what you're making.
Well, because we're having
I
a
did
lot
get
of
a little
food,
bit of shell
the
there.
idea is
Oh, just a sample. You're being tight, Nicole.
have a slice.
Nicole, you're half Lebanese. You're meant to be generous with your food.
So you can have 6 to 8 eggs depending on what you have at home, the size of your pan, and what else you're serving.
Size of your budget. Cut down on the eggs, put a little bit more cream on, makes them go a bit further.
Are eggs expensive?
Well, it depends. It
These
depends.
are free. I like to buy free range eggs.
I like to, I can't wait to have a drink with you girls. It's been such a long time since we've gotten in the kitchen and cooked together. There you go.
Thank you so much, Nick.
Oh, I better fill mine up again. I didn't really drink it before
Come for a cheers,
saw
Nicole
you.
O'Neill.
There we go.
Put the onions frying.
I think no matter what time you have a brunch or breakfast, it's always lovely to have a champagne.
The
I think a mimosa is perfect
I
for
know.
champagne.
Yes.
Cheers. Cheers.
This reminds me, oh, God, you're a sloppy drunk.
I'm so thirsty. I'm so thirsty. Can't wait. Okay, let's get the show on the road.
Not thirsty.
I know. What are you trying to say, Nicole? What are you trying to tell me? Now I'm going to make, I'm making here little yogurt cups. You can actually make these the night before without putting the granola on.
Yes.
If you wanted to. They're not going to go soggy overnight.
And you can use all different types of fruit
Yes.
or berries.
Nicole won't let me use her raspberries because she likes eating things on her own. So she's only giving me the strawberries to deal with.
And blueberries.
Oh, good.
I thought blueberries
Okay.
and strawberries because you don't want it to go too mushy either.
No.
I'm whisking the eggs.
Give it some good air, please.
I'm going to give it some good air, but...
And then I need you to please put the ricotta and the parmesan
Oh, so we're
cheese
going to
in
whisk
there.
this through.
Yeah. And
Yum.
meanwhile, I'm stir frying the onions over here until they're translucent in colour.
So Nicole has got me whisking the eggs with a whisk. I have to say it works better with a fork.
Oh, see, I like
To
a
do
whisk.
the cheese.
But I like a whisk with that's a metal whisk because it tends to be a bit firmer. Now these strawberries are just being cut. And look, don't get fussy on this. Probably if you're Victoria, you might fine tooth comb them with a gold spoon or gold knife.
Potentially.
But I'm a bit like, I'm one of those.
Ooh.
Oh,
I think
exactly.
that's got a spider on it.
Quality control. Oh, no, there you go. Beautiful.
So I've just put the ricotta into the eggs, and now I am going to continue to whisk that through. And the next step is this grated Parmesan cheese. Obviously, Parmesan is naturally salty, so my advice is add the Parmesan, maybe 1 pinch of salt, but then let your guests add the salt when they're eating their frittata.
Yeah. And if you could also add some nutmeg. Nutmeg goes very well with spinach.
The thing is with a frittata as well, any leftover cheeses.
That's it.
So if you've got leftover
this is great for
cheddar,
lunch as well.
leftover cheddar, leftover ricotta, leftover any cheese that you might have a cheese board out, you might have had some entertaining. Freeze it and you can bring it out and throw it into these.
How much nutmeg do you want, Nick, in these eggs?
A pinch and a bit.
Sometimes I think these cups, you can decide to put passion fruit on top. You could decide to just sprinkle it with a bit of granola. It's nice to put a spoon in there so people can just grab them, pick them up and go for it. Ooh, there you go. Any sort of granola, it just gives it a little bit of a crunch. You could just put nuts on top. Any other suggestions, Miss Montano?
Of a granola?
Yes.
Too healthy for me.
Oh, there you go.
No, you know what I like? I like to do pecans.
Yum.
You know, some
See,
honey
perfect.
roast, maple
That's for
roast
us.
pecans.
They're done. 2
Do
seconds,
you want the
actually.
sun-dried tomatoes in here?
No.
And the asparagus?
No, not yet. So once your onions are translucent, add about half a kilo of spinach. It looks like a lot, but they sweat
down.
and cook down, so the volume is not as much as you actually think it is. So I like to lower the pan a bit as to not burn anything. And then once you've lightly coated the spinach in the oil, I like to put the lid on and you let them wilt. What I love about this dish is that everything is cooked in this saucepan, and the saucepan is what you serve on the table, and you finish it off in the oven. You can do that the next morning. So
It can be pre-made and preheated, which is perfect.
pre-made, preheated.
Can I move and do these?
Yes, let's do these
Croissants now?
Yep. Let me take those from you. One thing is I'm a very, very messy cook.
Well, I'm not, so I am going to do the croissants now. These are straight from your local supermarket. Why is that the case? Why can we get away with this? Well, firstly, we're going to do it the night before because we're sleeping in, as Nicole said. And secondly, we're putting them in the oven. Could you do it with a fancier croissant? Absolutely. You could go and buy them in the morning and do them fresh. Is this going to be just as tasty? Yes. So do not stress about that. So
And the mini's good because it's just a bite size, isn't it?
the mini's good because no one actually wants the calories of a
a
croissant.
ham and cheese croissant?
Oh, I love them.
Can we
Now,
add some truffle?
this is just any type of ham. You can decide to get ham off the bone from your butcher. You can decide to get the packet ham. It doesn't matter.
I do want to tell you something about croissants that's important to note.
They're French.
Aside from the fact that they're French, if you see these croissants are straight,
Yes.
which means they've been made with butter.
Pure butter.
So even though they're from our local supermarket, they are really good quality in that they're made with pure butter. If they come like a moon shape, that means they've been made with margarine. So when you're buying croissants, even if you're just getting them from somewhere cheap and chic, just make sure they're straight.
I never knew that. You are a wealth of knowledge.
Yes.
Now, would you like me to cut the ham? Do you trust me?
Do we cut it? Should we
Or are you
just
just going to fold one
I
piece
think
in there?
fold.
Okay.
Okay,
So-
now back over here to the frittata. You can see now that the spinach has reduced by more than half. So I'm going to
Cheese
spread that out
first.
Yeah, cheese first.
in the stove. I put a little bit more olive oil in. Sprinkle some salt.
At this point, I would remove
Pepper.
the asparagus
Yes, please.
and the semi-dried
Tomatoes, but you can
put bacon on it.
You can put
You could put
whatever.
ham.
These are tomatoes that I have just cut in half and put in the oven to roast for
God,
a little
they
while.
look like semi-dried. I've never done them like that before. On the cherry tomatoes, they are
Yeah.
delicious.
Aren't they?
Oh my God, see, this is where you learn from girlfriends. Start a cooking club.
So once that's done, you don't touch it, you put the lid on and you leave it for 10 to 15 minutes.
Perfect.
Let it cook away.
But have you still got the heat on?
Yeah, I've got the heat on
Okay.
low.
Okay, I'll transfer it to the oven right now, but that's all right. We're just finishing off here. So we've split the croissants, but we're not splitting them the whole way, so they are still joined. Putting the cheese and then a slice of ham and then just closing them. So the cheese will drizzle out.
Can I suggest a bit of truffle mayonnaise, a bit of truffle mustard?
Love.
Okay,
Thanks.
there you go. Where do I get a knife from? Over here.
Yep.
A little bit of truffle mayonnaise. That sounds delicious.
Truffle mustard?
Truffle mustard.
Truffle mustard. Mayonnaise would be too much.
Too fat.
Fat.
Too much fat.
Oh, there you go, girls.
Balancing the flavours.
Beautiful. Oh, cheese first. Yeah, there you go.
Cheese first.
Cheese first. And how long will these take, Nicole? 5 minutes?
5-10 minutes.
Yeah, beautiful. And if you didn't have an oven or you don't want to do it in the oven, you could do them very quickly in the squash toaster as well, but they would just come out like little squashed croissants.
They come out squashed.
Which would be yummy.
Like croissant toast.
Yes, that sounds delish.
So let's pop them. So you can do it up to this stage the night before. Just make sure you seal it with some
Cling wrap?
cling wrap
Perfect.
and keep it in the fridge. Take it out just before you're about to put it in the oven.
And this is super easy. Like, this is where kids can get involved with this because it's no cooking. You can, they'd love to stick this in and become a part of it. That's how you get kids in the kitchen. Come on, come and help mum with breakfast.
And it's also a ham and cheese croissant. Who can't say?
Exactly. They don't love that.
No, that's
And the
exactly.
yogurt,
you
the
make
kids
it all
can get in.
cheese.
The kids can get in and make this and cut it with a butter knife. They don't have to have a sharp knife. Little kids can get up here and sit on the bench and pop things in. It's all about getting kids in the kitchen.
Not at my house. It's not. It's about keeping everyone out of the kitchen.
Mine was. Well,
Okay.
mine was always bringing them in because it made life a lot easier. You had 3 instant helpers.
Oven.
Oh, do you want us to plate up? Oh, wow, smoking. Oh, Nicole, yum. Those cherry tomatoes look a bit brown, Nicole.
They weren't brown 2 minutes ago.
I know. Delicious.
It's actually fine.
It'll be even
will still be
tastier.
tasty.
And this is,
Caramelized.
yeah, perfect. And then we've got the
Ham and cheese
platter for the ham and
croissants.
cheese croissants, which are here. Victoria, do you have Teflon hands or do we need some?
I've got Teffies.
I thought you might. You've just got that Teflon hand look about you.
Hang on, let me just flip
Oh,
these.
I don't.
Just leave it to me.
Leave it to me. I'll do it a lot better. That's what you're thinking, isn't it? That's a perfect number, 8. Oh my goodness, yum. Now we need some spoons, Nicole, for the fruit cups. Let's carry those over to the table now.
I think there's spoons over there.
Perfect, let's go.
Okay,
I'll carry the,
I'll carry the frittata.
okay, I'll carry the fruit cups. Let's go. Oh, yum. Don't let me break them.
Carry my mimosa.
Perfect.
Do you want to have half a croissant with me?
Okay.
Oh, don't hold back, girls. Okay,
No,
I'm
because
not holding back,
scared I
Nicole.
wanna
I'm
eat that
starving.
too.
What's been your best?
I think a breakfast at the Phoenicia in Beirut was probably the best breakfast I've ever had. Because
What do the Lebanese have for
Oh my
breakfast?
goodness, they had a lady there cooking fresh bread on the side.
Kibbe?
No kibbeh, but
No,
they had
no.
za'atar. So they had made manoushi.
They have full madame.
Full is amazing.
That's my favourite breakfast
Yeah.
when
Mine
I
too.
go anywhere Arabic. I'll always have full madame.
Yeah, which is which is broad beans, or fava beans that are cooked with cumin and the most incredible.
Are they pureed or are the beans
No,
still
some are
whole?
pureed and some are whole.
Oh, so it's a bit like a baked beans.
And then it's
No,
like
some are
baked beans.
pureed.
Yes.
It's like-
Oh my gosh, I would
It's
love
like
that.
Arabic baked beans, but you dress them. So
Yeah.
Oh,
you get a bowl.
are they served cold?
No,
No.
hot. So you get a bowl of the hot beans, and then you choose what you want. So you might have fresh tomato, lemon
Onion,
juice, olive
lemon,
oil,
parsley.
onion.
I need that recipe.
It's divine.
It's
I'm gonna use my
amazing.
hands.
I would love to have that. Oh.
How easy and delicious are these?
Well,
Fine.
I'm really annoyed about this frittata because you basically whipped this up so quickly and mine takes 20 to 30 minutes to set. So the secret is to make it thin. A wider pan that only, you've got a bit, you got it. No, you got it. It was a bit of croissant on it. So I'm definitely going to be doing this, Nicole. Thank you for that.
And it's great because it's one pan.
That's why I think it's so
easy.
important to cook with each other and to learn from each other.
Totally.
Because I think people, as we said, it's a learned skill. And you learn by watching. I mean, I've learned so much with cooking with both of you over the last few months. And I think that'd be a really nice thing for women to do, rather than having to cook the whole week's meal. Say, okay, let's get together and let's cook over, one day, and then you can freeze the meals. I always have a meal in the freezer. I think that's super important.
Great idea.
Yeah.
This is an easy dish because, if you have eggs at home, you can make this dish.
And this can be for dinner. You can throw salmon in here, you could throw...
It works great with a side salad, and you could put whatever combination of vegetables that you have.
It's absolutely delicious.
And quite light.
Very light.
I think my favourite, I probably have two. I do love the breakfast. If I had to pick a hotel breakfast, I love skiing, so I do love the breakfast at Erel's in Val d'Isere, but probably my favourite thing to do when it comes to brunch and breakfast is get room service.
I want to stay in
breakfast
bed.
Service. I love room
I don't.
service.
I like the
I
whole
don't wanna
experience
clean
of a
up.
buffet.
I hate buffets.
Oh, I
I'm not a buffet
love it.
person.
Oh, I love it where you can go and make your own omelette. I love a buffet. That's why I loved Vegas in its day. Vegas was the home of the buffet. Singapore is the home of the buffet.
But I like a buffet that's done well, not picked over. Not when there's 4,000 people who
Oh, you know what? I'm from Brisbane, Vegas. I'm happy to give it a shot.
I just love putting my door hanger, the
night
night before.
With your little list of ticks.
What I've ticked and my extra notes.
But it's always cold. It's always
Never,
not
it's always
fabulous.
perfect.
I'm not a breakfast person ordinarily. I don't eat breakfast from Monday to Friday. It'll be something. If I'm going to have a brunch, it'll won't happen until 11 on a weekend. So it'll definitely always be a brunch. Even though my favourite foods, if I had to talk about my favourite foods just as a category, I'd have to say breakfast foods.
Wow.
I love avocado and toast and poached eggs and
me, Asian, all the way.
Asian what?
Oh, that's the food group. Just
Oh,
Asian.
yeah,
But what about
dumplings.
Asian
Oh,
breakfast?
steamed dumplings.
Asian
Oh my gosh,
breakfast.
it's the best.
Having
The
congee,
best.
having
But I also love
noodles or
nasi
something.
goreng for breakfast.
Congee?
No, I don't. But I do like the steamed.
You gave him a pat now once,
Oh
and
my
that's
gosh!
it. He's yours
I
forever.
tell you what, he's so skinny. I could flip him over my shoulder. He's on a dietary constraint.
He's just a nervous.
No, I do love the Asian breakfast.
I
Yeah,
love.
because I love rice. I love being able to get.
I was having in Bali recently chicken fried rice, breakfast chicken fried rice is what they
Beautiful.
call it.
Yeah.
A la carte.
Yeah.
No.
And then I'm full till lunch.
Well, the
Otherwise I'm
Thais do that
starving.
as well, but
Do you
they
wake
do
up
it with mince.
hungry?
I need to have a coffee
Yeah, I need to have a coffee.
and some fruit. The minute I wake up, because
Do you?
I wake up at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to have
So you
fruit.
go downstairs at 4 a.m.?
No, I have it to my room. And then I might have
No, but here.
at home, I go downstairs, have 2 or 3 coffees and a banana or something,
And then hit the road.
and then hit the road, and then at 9 a.m. I have
The
something.
banana doesn't make you sick when you run.
No, but at 9 a.m. I eat something big. I'm not talking I
Yeah.
have like my breakfasts are obscene. It would be like a schnitzel sandwich.
Yeah, no.
Well, here's to bottomless brunches.
Oh, wow.
This has been
And
divine.
no one got naked. I
one
need
got
some more
naked.
champagne, Nicole. What's going on here?
Yeah.
Best I pop and get some.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.